Hello and welcome live from Channels Television's global headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria. You're watching Newsroom series. I'm Dominic Iwiwa, and today our focus will be on the southern region. But before we get into that, let's have a snippet of our top stories making the rounds at the moment. President Bola Tinubu and the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, arrived at Windsor Castle earlier today, where they met with Britain's monarch, King Charles III, kicking off their state visit to the country. Arriving in two royal carriages, President Tinubu, his wife, Remi Tinubu, King Charles III, and the Queen Consort are greeted by a military parade at the garden entrance of Windsor Castle.
Britain rolled out the markings of a state visit to welcome President Bola Tinubu and the First Lady Oluremi Tinubu at Windsor Castle on Wednesday. The president's car arrived in front of the castle, where he and the First Lady were greeted by the Prince and Princess of Wales and other senior members of the royal family. It is the first Nigerian state visit to the UK for 37 years, the last being head of state General Ibrahim Babangida in 1989. Other state visits have occurred in 1973 with General Yakubu Gowon and Shehu Shagari in 1981. Unlike other state visits of heads of state, lunch has not been scheduled between the two leaders as President Tinubu is observing the Ramadan fast. A carriage procession brought the king and the president into the Windsor Castle quadrangle, where they were met by a guard of honor and the band of the Grenadier Guards, which played the Nigerian and British national anthems as they traveled round the square. President Tinubu then ceremonially inspected the troops on display, with King Charles walking a few steps behind. After which they both retired, walking hand in hand into the castle to continue with other aspects of the state visit. State visits are a way of building relationships between international partners. President Tinubu's visit will see a strengthening of economic ties and more cultural and diplomatic partnerships. Amarachi Ubani, Channel Television News.
In other news, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, and the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waidi Shuaibu, have just arrived Maiduguri, the Borno state's capital, as directed by President Bola Tinubu. The service chiefs who landed at Air Force Base in Maiduguri were received by the theater commander and moved straight to the headquarters of the Joint Task Force Operation Hadinkai. The Chief of Defense Staff later inspected the quarter guard mounted in his honor. They are expected to meet the frontline troops, government officials and other stakeholders to discuss solutions to resurgence of the attacks in the region by Boko Haram insurgents. The military chiefs relocated to the states to have a close monitor of the security situations in the region. The recent attacks had created fear and panic in the hearts of the residents, having witnessed relative peace in the last few months. Montage Royal. Now we start off with agriculture. As in Cross River State, the state's government has organized the stakeholders engagement meeting across the southern and central senatorial districts aimed at educating farmers on the importance of producing cocoa and oil palm that meet international market standards. The engagements also feature a traceability program covering cocoa, coffee and oil palm, designed to improve product quality, monitor agricultural value chains, and ensure that farm produce from the state meets global sustainability requirements. Speaking at both locations, Governor of Cross River State, Basi Otu, represented by the Commissioner for Agriculture and Irrigation Development, Johnson Ebokbo, said the initiative positions Cross River as the first subnational government in Nigeria to deploy a comprehensive technology-driven framework capable of meeting the strict requirements of the European Union Deforestation Regulation and other international standards. He noted that the program aligns with the administration's People First agenda, which focuses on improving the livelihoods of farmers while promoting sustainable agricultural practices.
Located within Nigeria's rich rainforest belt, Cross River State is widely known for its favorable climate, fertile soil, and vast forest reserves that support the cultivation of cocoa, coffee, and oil palm. Farmers, agricultural experts, government officials, and development partners gather at this stakeholder engagement to discuss practical ways of improving farm practices and ensuring that agricultural produce from the state meets the quality and traceability requirements demanded by international markets. Participants were sensitized on responsible farming methods, proper documentation of farm locations, and compliance with environmental standards to enable their produce compete globally. The state government says the introduction of the traceability system will help monitor agricultural value chains, promote transparency, and ensure that farm produce can be tracked from the farm to the market, as well as providing quality food produce.
Our objective is to establish a credible, technology-driven, transparent traceability system that captures farm-level data, integrates geolocation mapping, strengthens aggregation structures, and positions Cross River State as a trusted origin in the global agricultural market. For Nigeria, our aspiration is to become Nigeria's national traceability hub. Our farmers secure stable and premium markets. Our state strengthens its export credibility. Our forests are preserved, and our agricultural economy grows sustainably.
Chairman of the Multi-Stakeholder Committee on Cocoa, Coffee and Oil Palm, Professor Susan Ohen, describes the initiative as a significant step towards improving the quality of agricultural produce and expanding market opportunity for farmers.
The 7-year strategic development plan clearly identifies traceability and sustainability as a critical pillar for transforming the sector. The goal is ambitious, but achievable. By 2032, the plan says at least 80% of Cross River State cocoa must be traceable and certification compliant.
Also speaking, the Director General of the Cross River Geographic Information Agency, Mr. William Achibong, assures stakeholders that the agency's technology infrastructure is fully prepared to support the program and guarantee transparency in tracking agricultural production.
Everything that will be done at the farmlands with our lead consultants, holder advisors, everything now will mirror down to the agency because the agency has the infrastructure to warehouse all that information. It will be very, very supportive towards the transaction. So I want to encourage everybody, all the farmers, to take part in this activity. It is a good thing for Cross River State. Take part in this activity and make sure that we have a transparent system of our commodities and critical commodities, from farm to international market. Transparency at all levels.
The initiative is expected to strengthen farmers' capacity, promote sustainable agricultural practices, and open access to premium international markets for cocoa and oil palm produced in Cross River State.
Now over in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, a community once threatened by devastating erosion is now witnessing a transformation that could redefine its future. But before the promise of reclamation and development in the Ewet-Ofot community, there was loss. And for many residents, the memories remain fresh.
Renewed efforts at environmental restoration and economic development are taking shape in Ewet-Ofot, where years of erosion once displaced families and disrupted livelihoods. For a long time, residents watched helplessly as their land gave way, homes abandoned, properties lost, and entire sections of the community cut off by deep gullies.
When we came in here, we were unable to. The road wasn't enough for us. It wasn't good at all. So we managed it until this governor came, and there was a lot of damages that the erosion caused. But when Pastor Omoeno, our governor, came in, he told us not to panic, that he will come and stop the erosion, because a lot of buildings were all gone and people packed out. Even me, I was about to pack out when he came. So he now gave us reason to leave. So gave us 2 weeks. Before that 2 weeks, he came up and we were restored again with good roads.
The village head of Ewet-Ofot recounts the deterioration of a site that was once central to the life of his people and the toll it has taken on the community.
The governor, His Excellency Pastor Omoeno, when he was doing so many things in Ewet, including the rice park, fulfilling how he was going to do, how it was going to be done. The first day he went there, he saw the ravine was affecting the people of the area. In fact, in a very high speed. If that thing was not contained, by now, the other side of Wangba Road, in a way, would have been consumed by the Gully erosion. So he made his promise and actually went into it.
Today, ongoing reclamation work by the state government is restoring the damaged terrain, with plans to transform the area into what is expected to become a major tourism and economic hub as it houses the Arise Resort. But even as hope rises, community leaders say development must also reflect the needs of the people.
We have seen the development in that Arise Park. We know government have put in a lot of money. But we want to request that we should be taken away. When I say we, I'm talking about my community should be taken along so that we know what will be the benefit of the community in long-term measure.
As construction of the Arise Resort progresses, the people of Ewet-Ofot community are watching closely hoping that the transformation of their land will also mean a transformation of their lives.
You're watching Newsroom series on Channels Television. Right after this break, we head over to Delta State, where Governor Sheriff Oborewori commissions road projects in Bomadi. Stay with us for details. We head over to Delta State, where residents in the riverine communities have expressed excitement following the commissioning of the 31-kilometer Ohoro-Bomadi Road by Governor Sheriff Oborewori. The project has been described as a major step towards improving connectivity and boosting economic activities in the area.
School children, residents and other stakeholders are all out to welcome Governor Sheriff Oborewori for the commissioning of the 31-kilometer Ohoro-Bomadi Road. Governor Sheriff arrives to a rousing reception, signaling the importance of the project to the people of the riverine communities. Kicking off the event, the chairman of Bomadi Local Government Council, Honorable Dagidi Ndaye, describes praises the long-awaited intervention, the first in over 16 years.
Your Excellency, it is surprising to know that for the past 16 years, no project has been commissioned in the Bomadi local government area. Until on the 7th of August, when you send your deputy governor who represented you to commission 40 projects that the council chairman executed. And today, in the second of its history, the many people are seeing a governor to commission a project in Borno area after 16 years.
Other leaders look forward to the ease of movement, reduction of transportation costs, and improvement of livelihoods across the affected communities.
I have not passed through that roundabout, the Uwe road that you are constructing. This is a way for all of us. That is where we all pass. Your Excellency, do you know that my driver missed road, I also missed roads. When we, for the first time, we decided to take that route. That is a fantastic development. Nobody saw it coming.
Commissioner for Works and Public Information, Charles Anyago, gives a detailed breakdown about the construction process.
In terms of scope of work, it includes certification of field and self-indigenous sources, removal of unsuitable materials, and then sand field with sharp sand. We also introduce coverage in relevant sections of this particular corridor, as well as concrete pavement to enable us to have concrete walls that enable us to protect the shoulders of this particular road.
Addressing the crowd, Governor Sheriff reiterates his administration's commitment to changing the development narrative in riverine areas through strategic infrastructure projects.
We are changing the development narrative in our riverine communities that constitute the bread basket of the nation. In November last year, we commissioned the 12.1-kilometer Ojimodi Okuntu Ogula Road in Butu local government area. Meanwhile, the rehabilitation of the 19-kilometer Bomadi Bicolor Road cutting across Bomadi, Burutu, and Mugere local government area is progressing steadily. And the contractor has told me in a few months that project will be completed.
Done with his speech, he then moves to officially commission the road project, marking a significant milestone in the state's infrastructure drive.
To the service of humanity in Jesus' name.
The Ohoro-Bomadi Road is expected to connect several communities and enhance economic growth in Delta's riverine areas.
Now to education, the Universal Basic Education Board UBEC and the Edo State Basic Education Board SUBEB has commenced the distribution of mini buses, teaching and learning materials to schools across the 18 local government areas of Edo State. The executive chairman of Edo SUBEB, Benaita Omanazane, who was speaking at the flag-off ceremony which held at the New Era College in Benin City, the Edo State's capital, stressed that the materials will help improve learning outcomes in all public schools. Also speaking at the event, the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Dennis Idahosa, commended Edo State's Governor Manuel Kwebolo for investing a lot of resources in providing quality and affordable education for the average Edo child.
These materials being distributed today are designed to support teaching and learning, improve learners' participation in the classrooms, and encourage regular school attendance. The provision of school uniform and sandals help to promote dignity and equality among pupils, ensuring that no child is left out. I tell that again. Ensuring that no child, no Edo child will be left out. This textbook, are you clapping or you are watching? This textbook and the notebook will provide the academic support necessary for effective learning, while the retention books are part of efforts to encourage learners to remain in school and give full attention to the completion of the basic education.
You know, our governor is an education-loving governor. A few months ago, he was awarded the best governor in Nigeria in education. It goes to show that he has invested so much in education. He has done a lot of renovations and constructions of school. He has promoted a lot of teachers. He has employed over 5,000 teachers. He has given us all the necessary tools to develop our children.
Cross River State's Governor Basio II has been formally inducted into the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, in recognition of his commitment to inclusive governance and effective communication. The induction, which also confers on him the prestigious position of patron of the institute, follows his people-oriented projects that cut across communities in the state. The ceremony, conducted by the national president of NIPR at the State Executive Council office complex in the governor's office, underscored the governor's dedication to transparency, accountability, and strategic engagement with citizens. The NIPR president noted that the honor is reserved for leaders who have demonstrated excellence in public communication and impactful leadership, pointing out that Governor Otu's administration continues to reflect these ideals.
We saw the transformation we did at the State Library. In fact, one of us, who is currently a PhD holder, aspiring to be a professor, has elected that, I don't want to say he or she so that you don't guess who it is, that he or she will relocate to that library to do some researches. That is the importance of the state of that library as at this time. We also went to the cultural center because for some people, when they see you, they are not very sure the kind of person that you are. Are you culturally driven? Are you socially driven? Are you politically driven? Are you economically driven? But yesterday, we were able to confirm that you love the culture of your people. And you are doing everything possible to encourage them to also invest in that culture. We saw what we're doing at the Arts and Council, and we are encouraged.
Nobody came into this world to be a killjoy. Whatever you're doing,
which has some psychological impetus, is such that you can damage somebody not by using a bullet, but by the language you use and the depression in terms of the psychological problems that you mounted. At times, the fellow might lose confidence completely because the way or manner you address such. It's clear that all of us are born into the world. They say some are born great. I don't believe too much in it. I know very well opportunity comes by grace, but you have to work yourself up to where you want to get to. Because if you say I'm born great and then you're lazy, you die. You have to sustain it. You have to work hard to sustain it. And the world is changing every day. And your perception of Nigeria is very true. A lot of people, the moment you mention Nigeria, they begin to ignore all this perception because of the behavior of some, just few. They generalize it, and then Nigerians are taking almost what it is today. But I want to applaud the Institute for taking this challenge because Nigeria was once great.
Now to security. This time, police in Akwa Ibom State have arrested 2 men suspected of illegally fabricating firearms and producing food items allegedly laced with narcotics. The suspects, identified as Marsodi John and Kobasi Masodi, both from Uya Oron in Oron local government area, were arrested during an operation carried out under the State Police Command's Operation Zero Black Spots initiative. In a statement issued in Uyo, the police public relations officer Tim Fon John said the operation followed intelligence reports that snacks suspected to be mixed with cannabis were being produced and distributed from the location. According to the police, a raid on the premises revealed that the facility was allegedly being used both for producing the snacks and as a workshop for illegal arms fabrication. Items recovered during the operation included refilled cartridges, empty cartridges, a bag of gunpowder, pellets used for refilling ammunition, and various tools such as filing, cutting, and drilling machines. Now, the Rivers State Police Command of CP Olugbenga Adikboju has encouraged women to become more independent, empowered, and actively involved in nation building while continuing to support one another for social growth. The commissioner made the remarks in Port Harcourt during an event put together to honor members of the Police Officers' Wives Association River State chapter.
Thank you for being a good team. This celebration aims to uplift women, strengthen solidarity among families of police personnel, and promote initiatives that supports the welfare and empowerment of women. It is a pivotal time for our women to become independent, empowered, and actively participate in nation building. I encourage all of us, all of you, to continue supporting one another and contributing meaningfully to social growth. This special day, International Women's Day, also serves as a platform to recognize the sacrifices, dedication, and resilience of women worldwide, especially those who provide unwavering support to their families and communities. In honor of your hard work, we have prepared gifts to support and encourage you in your contributions to humanity.
And that's it on Newsroom series. I'm Dominic. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.